Hello, my friends, making money with Gary. Okay, I'm out here picking longleaf pine needles. Today is Sunday, and what happened was I got a bunch of orders today. Not a bunch of orders. I had 3 orders today. I hit with three like right in a row. Besides the books, but the pine needles I had $203 orders, which is $80 for the pine needles and $23 shipping. Comes out to like $103 each, and I had 2 of them. And then I had one $75 order, which after the shipping, it's like $60. So my total is $281. 103, 103, and 75, 281. So my gross is 281 in pine needles. And after shipping and fees, my profit is $220. And I sold around $100 in books, maybe a little more, give or take, today. And I had to come out here and pick because I was short. And I have around 60 pounds drying on a drying rack in the backyard. They're still a little green. They came off a dead tree. And I have about 60 pounds, and they're not going to be ready for another couple of weeks. Maybe another week, probably. Some of them on one rack. I got 2 racks. One rack I got 40 pounds on, one rack I got 20 pounds on. The 20-pound rack is going to be ready in a week. The 40-pound rack is going to be ready in 2 weeks. So, once I get them, I'm okay. All I got to do is roll them and bundle them and put them in the house. But right now, I'm picking. I was short. What I had in the house. I didn't have enough to cover my order. So, I had to come out here and pick. And I couldn't pick them at the house because the trees are pretty exhausted at the house. I mean, I could pick, but it's a hard pick because they're not plentiful like they're plentiful because I picked them all. So I got to wait till I got to give it like a week and let them build up in the yard, and then I'll have a bunch of them to pick in the yard. But right now it takes too long to pick them there, so I had to come out to one of my watering holes. And this is one of my watering holes. It's a big old tree here. This tree is a big, huge tree, and there are all other small trees around. But this tree here drops needles that are 15 inches long, and they're the needles I want. So, I mean, I do have another spot I could go to with smaller trees and a needle, and even a big tree, but they're only like 12-inch needles. And at that spot, they're like a foot thick. I could pick them real quick, but they're only 12 inch. So I strive to get the longer ones. So I come here. It takes a little longer, not as plentiful, but I get my long ones. And I could always go to the other spot and get the shorter ones and mix them in, because I do have in my ad on the SE website, I have from 11 inches or 11 something inches up into 20 inches and over. We sell longleaf pine needles, and I have them specific size, but I put a majority of them are between 12 and 13 inches, which, a majority are, but I do have, I'll tell you, on the drying rack, I got a lot of 20-inch ones. I got a lot of long ones. And I do have some long ones bundled in the house that are going to go out with this order. I mean, a good amount, long ones. And I have a lot of 15-inch ones, a load of them. I've been trying to keep getting the long ones because my customers really like the long ones. I mean, once in a while, yes, it don't matter. As long as I'm in my range, I'm all right. So, I just had to come out here. I'll show you. Here's one I'm picking on the ground here. You see how they I could walk up and down here and pick a couple ounces, a couple minutes, but they're not really real super plentiful. And they're over here on this other side here. But there's enough. There's enough for me to come out here and get what I need. I believe I got over 2 pounds in that bag. I know I do. And I only needed 2 pounds to cover, so I'm covered. And I'll have to come out and pick again because I have to keep a little stockpile for another week until my until my other needles dry up. The 20-pound one's going to dry up in about 5 days. My 20-pound drying rack. And then the second rack will dry up the following week. And then it'll give me another 40 pounds. I just do it again. It's repetition, over and over. Keep doing it. And it's a beautiful day out, and I'm glad I had this spot to come to, because there is another spot. It's a ways away. It's a ways away to get there to that other spot, but there's long ones there also. And then I have another spot that's not far from the house at all. It's in walking distance, and they're all 12-inch ones. So, but all right, guys. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and if you really like it, subscribe. I would appreciate it. And I'm still floundering around with this YouTube. I'm still learning my way around YouTube, and you know, I mean, I just started like 5 weeks ago. I just started really getting into it, or 6 weeks ago. And I'm learning, I'm getting there, and eventually I'll have it down pat. So you guys hang in there, and there is good money to make with these needles. Very good money. I do very well. I've been doing this around 4 years, and when I first started, I wasn't selling nothing. Now I'm selling between 80 and 100 pounds a month, up to 120. So it's got really it's really a wild ride with these pine needles. Between the pine needles and the books, I'm doing very well. All right, guys, over and out.